between 2006 and 2013, which he denies. To reflect further, I'm delighted to welcome barrister and former TV star Jerry Hayes and TV producer and director Creg Duncan, who's worked with some of the biggest names in the world of comedy and entertainment and is the star of his own popular TV channel on YouTube, Flooded, F-L-U-D-D-E-D, for anyone that wants to check him out. Now, Creg, welcome to Mark Dolan tonight. You know the entertainment industry inside out. What's your reaction to this bombshell story?
I didn't want to watch the documentary. I was trying to avoid it because I don't have a television license. I had to go to my mother's house to watch it when you asked me to do it. And I got to say, obviously, anything around sexual assault is appalling and shocking. But this is a documentary. I was watching it as a documentary, and I found it was using and employing some very interesting techniques to certainly manipulate how we felt about what we were hearing, essentially, and seeing. So it was very interesting to watch, actually.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that because this is what you do for a living. You produce and direct TV. Some of the most watched TV out there, top entertainment shows, all the rest of it, a league of their own. The film contains some very compelling and distressing testimonies, but there are extra production techniques, aren't there, such as music, for example. Why would music be deployed in a documentary of this type?
Well, it is interesting, isn't it? Because if you would think that just being told about a sexual assault, just being told about it would be enough, but it has to have music added to it in order to make it more than that. Like a testimony isn't strong enough. I don't know if any future court cases on this subject matter, whether lawyers would be allowed to play music as they're hearing the testimony from people in the, up in the dock. But they did use music on this, and I thought it was kind of manipulative in a way. But that's kind of what we do. We try and make the impact of the story we're trying to tell as impactful as possible. And I think it's shocking that we do it. I don't think we should do it. And that's why I probably will never work in television again because I'm speaking out about it. Because I think that there needs to be a lot of work done by sort of third-party production companies in terms of how they are going about keeping the audiences engaged and telling their stories.
Well, yes, because I think all three of us, Jerry, can agree that it's important these testimonies are heard. But did you find the way that the documentary was made a little manipulative?
Well, I didn't see the documentary. I've only read the paper. And don't forget, this is really a Sunday Times story. The Sunday Times have been working on this for about 2 years, and I knew this was coming up a little while back. Sunday Times, they are a decent newspaper. They've got sensible journalists. Everything was properly sourced. It's been lawyered. I think what I agree totally with you, Mark. You said at the beginning of the programme, let justice be done. That's right. I hope Channel 4 and the Sunday Times have given all the documents and some of the stuff that they couldn't play to the police. This is a police investigation. It has to be a police investigation now. And as you rightly said, there must be due process. And there's one test, and I prosecute a lot of these cases. I defend them as well. And that is there a realistic prospect of conviction? That is the test. Then there's the fallout from the media, the pros and against. We can't disinvent social media in the same way we can't disinvent the atomic